Hey y'all, what's up? It's Devin. So today I'm making this video to talk about this past weekend, like in 2 days, St. Patty's Day. Uh, yeah, it's been quite an experience. So I just moved to Savannah, Georgia, which has the biggest St. Patty's Day celebration in the entire United States. So obviously my friends from college were like, hey, we want to come. Cool, let's do it. It was Saturday night, we decide, okay, we're gonna go out. And so we do, and me and three of my friends go out, and we're having a great time, just, partying up at the bars, drinking, having fun. And two of my friends end up getting tired, and they're like, hey, I think we're gonna head on back, like, is that cool? And I was like, yeah, but I really don't feel like going home right now. Like, it was only like 10:30. So me and my friend Morgan decide we're gonna stay out. So we go to my favorite bar here in Savannah, Treehouse. And so we go there and we're having a great time. We get there before like all the music starts because St. Patty's Day is so big. It's on what we call City Market, which is like basically this outdoor square where all these different bars and restaurants and stuff are. But they had live concerts there in the square. So Treehouse is open to the outside and wasn't playing any music because you could hear all the concerts outside. So we're like, oh yeah, the DJs will start, as soon as the music's done. It's really cool. So we started talking to people and, just like doing our thing. And we actually ended up meeting the bartender, Levi, who is hilarious and was just talking to us and goofing off with us. And my friend Morgan thought he was really cute, so that worked out for her. But so we're sitting there and finally the music starts. So we go over to the other side of the club, to the dance floor, and we're, having a good time, just dancing around, like anybody does. So we're there and we're just dancing or whatever, and we stop for a second to take a break and just kind of chat and, be a little chill for a second. And we're standing there with our drinks, not really doing anything. And all of a sudden, this guy grazes behind Morgan with like maybe a half inch between them, and literally just like cups her butt, like her whole butt in his hand because she's tiny. And she's like, oh my God, what are you doing? And he just like keeps going, like nothing happened whatsoever. And me, being the guy I am, I was like, wait, do I need to go handle something? And of course Morgan's like, no, it's fine, like, it's okay, like I told him off, it's fine. So that was my first almost bar fight. And then probably an hour and a half later, we're back to dancing, just having a good time. And when I go out, I go out. I dance, I have a great time, I act crazy. So I'm dancing around with random people in the bar, just having a great time. And all of a sudden, this random little girl just like comes up and starts like pushing me out of the way, or trying to. She couldn't really move me. She keeps like pushing me and like elbowing me and stuff. And I'm just like, what is this? So finally, I like started pushing back, and she shoves my shoulder and is like, you need to stop. And I just looked at her, I was like, bitch, don't try me. Like, you came on to me. Don't get it twisted. Then her friend hears and gets pissed off. So they decide they're gonna like dance me off the dance floor. Spoiler alert, it didn't work. So then they get more pissed off, and the guy that was, I guess, with them, or they picked up while they were out, like comes up and like takes a step towards me like he wants to fight. And I literally just looked him dead in the face and was like, you do not want to make this decision. And so all of a sudden the people I had been dancing with like realize, I guess, that shit's about to hit the fan. And so they come up and like, oh, come on, let's go over here, let's go dance, like, come over here. And so I just back up, like, alright. And I'm staring them down the whole time, and the girl is just like, and the guy's looking at me like, oh shit, I was about to get destroyed. Because I'm probably, at least twice the size. So that was bar fight number 2 I almost got into. So that was just Saturday night. But so we're just like, what is happening? So we ended up leaving the bar. Morgan gave her number to the bartender, which was great. They started texting and talking or whatever. We ended up going back out the next night with my friends, but we were all spending so much money because everything was so expensive. So we decided, let's like have a chill night before we go out. Like, we're not gonna go fight all the crowds at the restaurants and stuff. Like, we're just gonna hang out. So we went to the store and like bought stuff and had this like big family style dinner of like spaghetti and garlic bread, and just like had drinks, like wine with our spaghetti and bread, and it was just like super laid back. So then we decided, all right, let's go back out, because Morgan had talked to Levi and was like, hey, if I bring ginger beer to the bar, can you make me a dark and stormy? Which, she's vegan, so there's a lot of things she can't have like when she goes out, and everywhere here in Savannah had like a condensed menu for St. Patty's Day, so he couldn't make her one the night before, but he was like, yeah, sure. So we go back to the bar, and she's got like her ginger beer in her bag and like takes it in with us because they didn't check. And so we get in there and he like makes our drink for it. I was just like, this is the craziest thing I've ever seen. Like, somebody just brought in their own stuff to like make a drink. But so we had a great time that night too, and everyone came out. It was so much fun, like just being with everybody for the whole weekend. But then like on Monday we kind of had a little bit of like a recovery day, I guess you would say. It was pretty funny. Like, I ended up having almost nothing that whole day like to do. We just sat around and hung out and didn't really worry about anything. And then Tuesday we ended up going back out, and we went out Tuesday night. We're, having a great time, drinking, St. Patty's Day, it's like the day. And so finally at the end of the night, or at the end of my night, because I got a little too drunk. So I came home early. But on my walk back, me and my friend Brian are walking back to my apartment, and everything's good to go, like, no worries, everything's good. And then all of a sudden, I just slip right out from under myself. Somebody, I don't know where or how or when they got it or why they're eating it, but there's a freaking giant plate of potato salad in the middle of the crosswalk on the street. So I'm sitting there talking, like doing my thing, and all of a sudden I just hit this potato salad. And I was wearing sandals, and my foot like rolled, and so now my knee and my foot are like, and all my shin is just like totally wrecked from the concrete and the asphalt. And I'm just like, who else can say that they slipped on potato salad on St. Patty's Day and wrecked their leg? Like, of all the things to have happened this entire weekend, that's the thing that goes wrong. I slip on potato salad on my way home. What do you even say about that? But this weekend, all in all, and holiday was phenomenal. I mean, I would not change a single second of this week for anything. We had such an amazing time. Everyone, I just love that we live in a time where we can go across a state border, or 2 states even sometimes, and just, it takes like 7 hours, but you can still see people that you haven't seen in months or maybe years. And it's so easy for us in today's world, and I don't think we always understand that hasn't always been the case. I mean, we have so many things afforded to us now as millennials. Like, there's so many things we can do. I can make this video to share with you, and it's so easy. I mean, all it takes is a phone or a camera and internet, and you can instantly be connected to people across the world. I mean, as much fun as I had this weekend and this week or holiday, it just still blows my mind how simple things can be. Even when we always think things are so like complex and things take so much effort or time or whatever it may be, like when you really think about it, things are great. Like there's so much you can do, there's so much you can see just because of technology and just because we live now. And I think over this whole weekend, that was my takeaway. Live now. Make memories that are going to last. Have the time of your life while you can. Because we're not guaranteed tomorrow. We're not guaranteed today. We're not guaranteed anything. So I just think that we all need to start making the most of what we have and focusing on good rather than bad, making things worth our time, and just living. Just living. Well, I think that's all for me today, guys.